Now, on the brink of rising insecurity and security crisis, we are joined now by the National Secretary, retired member of Nigeria Armed Forces, Dr. Roy Okhidievbie. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure.
Dr. Roy, despite major security developments and repeated government assurances, these attacks continue to persist. Now, from your own point of view, where are the critical or the crucial gaps or failures in Nigeria's current security strategy?
Well, we keep talking. We have been talking for the past 25 years. While we keep talking, people are dying. While we keep talking, dilapidations in the system. While we keep talking, the chicken is coming home to roost right now. Now, the government needs to use its greatest weapon right now, which is called executive order. If the president can get a special court to begin to try these cases and let accountability stand, if peoples that have been mentioned, named and pointed and listed by even international organizations can be called to order and publicly executed, if those in captivity are brought out and the de-radicalization system is scrapped and publicly executed, and you increase the number of policing, spreading into areas called unpoliced areas, and have special courts for terrorism.
Well, and now if we take a look at recent years, schools have increasingly become hotspots for mass abductions. What are some of the underlying factors do you believe make school children such vulnerable and attractive targets for kidnapping in Nigeria?
The human life in Nigeria is not a priority. A Nigerian human life is not a priority. Have you seen the kind of reviews that go in when a bank is being built? Have you seen the kind of reviews? Somebody wants to open a jewelry shop. He has to call me. We were doing back and forth until I came to Nigeria physically to do the physical survey before they started. Have you seen the reviews that go on when the House of Representatives and the senators are bought vehicles, brand new? What kind of security gadgets, measures are put there? Even the vice president that was speaking now in your TV station, have you seen the reviews that go on when his own accommodation and office was renovated in the villa? What do you do when you want to open a school? Where are the parameters? Where are the trickling resistance measures? Where are the travel risk? Where are the location identification and the security apparatus put in place? Because the children, especially those that want to go to school, are the value of the Nigerians tomorrow. Who monitors these locations? Who provides security advisory? Who ensures that they are effective?
Now, there's something that you just said which really was... Now, when we talk about governance, we talk about a governance that is a government for the people, by the people, and of course with the people. Taking into consideration what is happening in Nigeria, the insecurities and the care, would you say that these are things that are being implemented by the government?
There is no government for the people and by the people, which is the definition of democracy. Our politicians, many years ago, they designed what I call political terrorism. And political terrorism should be taught in our schools. It is using your political antics to terrorize the nation and your opponents. Now everybody points to the leading parties and everyone wants to belong to a winning party because of allocations, opportunities, and all the derivatives. So you can begin to shout at anyone in a country that the judiciary is also at comatose and beggarly to whatever the political gymnastic is deciding. So if you want to look at where you give deliverables and deliver governance to the people, then you should look at an intellectual accountability and process design that is professional for people to get into office. An electoral system, a political jingle that will capture the intelligentsia and attract the might of the country into politics.
Now, when we take a look at the schools and what's happening right now, we've come to see and we've reported it thus far that some state governments are now closing or relocating schools as a protective measure. What is the long-term consequences could these decisions have on children's education, community development, and of course the overall national progress?
If any of those state governors have a business and the business is located somewhere and hoodlums and criminal elements are running around that place, those state governors and senators, they will not close down the business. They will ensure that security is heightened. They will call the commissioner of police to report to that place. They will call the nearest brigade commander and make sure his account starts ringing bells. And the same brigade commander will stand up to order. And they will make sure they twist whatever policy or government instituted statutory allocation and deployment of police that is on ground to make sure their business area is secured. That is what they will do. So if you shut down the schools, are you going to put the children on online school? Do they have the appropriate gadgets and network and power and data to go on online school? So when you shut down the school, you are immediately saying academics should shut down. And you are also achieving the purpose and the desires of the terrorists who says Western education is not appropriate. So where are we in that decision?
Well, now, Doctor, when we talk about or we address insecurity, there is often debate about where the responsibilities truly lie. How should accountability be shared now between the federal government, the state authorities, and of course, even the local councils?
I've always told people, I said, you don't need to share it. It's part of your article of operation. It's part of your policy. It's part of the constitution. It's not something we share and we say it is this person's fault. It is this person's fault. In the first instance, a local government chairman or a councillor in a local government area, you have the nearest, closest, immediate relationship with the people, the environment. So your being there is not to wait till after 4 years and begin to say, I'm going to give you 30,000 votes. Your being a councillor or a local government chairman is not to mean that you will be at Abuja and Spain and Nicaragua doing holidays most of the times in the year. Your being there is to touch base with the emotions of the people, to see what triggers a disfigurement, and to create the balances that are necessary. You have to be the eye and the nose and everything in that place. Then the state governor himself have many local governments under him. So it's like an extension in the hierarchy of command, where each local government can be able to talk to one another. And if bandits are moving from one local government to the other, they must travel through land space, communities, people, residents, business, farms, and fishing points, and all that, to be able to say, okay, this is what is happening. Then if you go to the state governor's office, the vote for security, what is it being deployed for? And every local government has an office for the DSS, Directorate of State Security Service. And in that office, what are their responsibilities?
Thank you so much, Doctor, for your insights and profound words. I'll let you go on that remark.
Thank you so much. Always a pleasure.